Hello everyone and welcome back to Speed Force Racing. We are back once again for GP5, this time round 3 at the Monaco Grand Prix. Today I am joined with You Can Beat Me, how are you today?
I'm good, man, sir. Doing very good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing well, mate. Obviously, I normally do GP4 comms, but I think it's Bossy Game and he couldn't make it today, so I'm well, it would be for the GP4 stream instead. We're just swapping over because he just can't make the earlier time of 7:30. So me and Bossy Gaming are switching for the day. So we're about to get into qualifying. I think we have 14 runners today at the moment.
Yep, 14 drivers, sir.
So this week, the drivers did actually have a choice if they wanted a day or night race, and GP5 has chosen the day race instead of the night race. I think in a way, I do get the point because there's more brightness in the circuit. It's probably better viewing. I know there's not much to view going around the Monaco track, but in a way, I do get the point of them wanting to have it as the day race.
Yeah, a day rest probably helps them to get their eye in, and that's what they have been used to, I think, in the past few games. Although I think the last time or the last season we were having a night race over here,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's a driver's choice ultimately, and they seem to be happy with it. So let's hope for a good race with minimum casualties.
So first out looks like to be Donkey Kong in the Williams. So again, I'm not too sure what the strategy is like around here. I don't know if you know what it's like to be as well. You Can Beat Me, but I'm guessing you will want to be on the harder tyre to start the Grand Prix, just because track position is so important around this track.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. I have no idea either in terms of strategy, but I expect it to be a one stop, and I expect the hard tires to be used as well because I was seeing a few videos online on career mode, and there were a few players trying the two stop over here. But I think, especially in league racing, you want to keep the track position. And what's happened to Donkey Kong there? Is he just
Looks like he's
allowing
letting
someone to
somebody
go
through.
through?
Yeah, he's letting a computer go
Everyone is
through.
on a hot lap. No one is on a hot lap either, so not sure what he's trying to do there. But either ways, all good.
So it seems like Cafu is actually going to be the first person to complete a lap time, as he now come through the final corner now to start his lap. Here we go then. This will be a lap on the Monaco Street Circuit track, something like that. Anyway, he comes
Oh
through
my G.
Sandy Fort. My G has lost it. Let's go on board with no, not Peter and the Bear. No, I don't know who. It looks like he's lost it at the
He's in the
final
pits,
corner.
I think he's in the
Or
pits.
is he, oh, he might have retired in the pits. Unless he's got a quali. Ah, yes, he has got a quali ban. I just remembered he has a quali ban. That's probably why
Ah,
then.
that makes sense. Alright.
So Cafu then comes through the tunnel now. Excuse me. So quite nicely through the chicane there, and I'll probably say the most difficult section of the track, sector 3. He didn't really go flat out through there. You want to probably try and go flat out in through those section of corners. Comes through to the final corner now. Doesn't seem like it's going to be a competitive lap time by the look of him going through sector 3, and he does set at 1 minute 13.075.
There's a yellow flag somewhere, but if there's a Mercedes having problems, is that Vicious? Yeah, it was Vicious Viker. He's on his way now. But yeah, coming back to the lap from Cafu, I think he was just taking it slow and just taking it a little bit easy on his first run. Definitely could have carried much more speed through this pole section. So expect that lap time, as you can see, he's slowly.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just watching Vicious Vicker here. He's having a lot of problems there. He's completely lost his front wing, so he has to get back into the pits and go for one more time.
Yeah, when he was mentioning that as well, I was looking at Landlord, and he went really slow through coming, well, about to start his lap, as British guy sets a 1 minute 11.5 on the medium compound tyres, so that's a very good lap time from him on the medium tyres. As a landlord, I think he is one of our new drivers, so I've never seen him in GP5 before, unless he was active last race. I don't know if he was or not, but let's see how he can get on today. I think he's actually the only one on a lap at the moment, the landlord, by the looks of it.
Yeah, he is on a lap, and interesting to see. Oh yes, backed off, I think. Lifted off the throttle and almost running into the barrier at the exit of the chicane. But a lot of drivers you can see Mansell are trying to get their first runs in on the medium, so maybe trying an alternate strategy that could come in handy.
His landlord has lost it. He spun it, and thankfully he was ghosted for British guy who goes through. I think British guy might be actually be on another lap. Yes, he is. He's currently 7/10 up, but he loses it through the final corner now. And what was this lap time will be? It will be a 1 minute 11.1 on those 2 lap holders tyres now.
Almost 5 tenths faster there. And imagine he could have gone faster if it not had been for the distraction in the third sector as well as the slide.
He definitely could have got into the 1 minute 10s if he didn't have that slide in the final corner there. As the Bear is now on a lap. As Donkey Kong also just set another lap time, but I'm not sure if he improved or not. He's now on 2 lap old tyres. So the Bear, of course, the host of the session and the GP5 admin, doing a very good job so far with the admin work for GP5. Same for Simo as well, and doing a great job at the moment. Smoke says not at midnight. No, it's not Smoke. Remember that the drivers get to pick if they wanted a day or night race. GP5 has chosen to be a day race. So the Bear come through in the most difficult section of the track.
Yeah, and I don't know if that was a glitch or not, as GP guy, British guy goes even faster as Bear pulls in the pits, but he was running higher gears, the Bear, than what were needed, so not entirely sure why he didn't complete the lap. Seemed like a good lap until halfway through. He just abandoned it, so probably just saving his tires or getting his eye in before he can go for one more lap. And since the circuit historically has
Fanny Line goes P3. Yeah. Also, Lewis, the championship leader, is on a lap. Obviously, Capricorn and both Capricorn and Gineji have made the step up to GP4, so Lewis is now the championship leader for GP5.
Definitely touched the wall there before the swimming pool chicane, and I'm not sure if he has any damage. Doesn't look like any damage, but there could be minimal, as Lewis goes P2 with a 111.5, so still some way off the lap time put by British guy, and he's looking really good right now on at 110.9.
Yeah, British guy, yeah. He did qualify P4, I remember, in Season 8 in GP4. He did qualify in P4, and he did have connection issues during the Grand Prix. So hopefully he won't get any of those kind of issues going into the race today. As Tim,
our favorite commentator, has started his hot lap. Another hot lap.
So of course Tim has now moved to the GP2 comms. Forever, well, probably not forever, but he'll be there for the rest of the season for GP2 if you ever want to listen to his lovely and beautiful voice that we know. So Tim, of course, he did score his first points in SFR in last week's Grand Prix in Spain. I'm not sure where he finished, but I know he did score some points. As he does invalidate.
Yeah.
Bit too late on the brakes there. As the landlord is right behind him as well. About to start sector 3. Just lift off a bit through where still don't know what that corner's called. But anyway, I don't know if he's actually... Is he on the lap? Yes, he is. So he
Finished
doesn't seem like...
P8.
Oh, that was it, yep.
Yes, man. Yeah, P8. And I think he's going for another run, and he has invalidated at the start of the lap. That's corner 1.
Oh, unlucky there for Tim there.
Yeah. Let's hope he has enough fuel for one more run, or he'll come back into the pits and put on a fresh set of tires.
P. Doran. He's actually on an out lap, so I think he's about to begin a lap. Donkey Kong's done 5 laps on those tyres. As now he comes in.
Yeah, that's
So
pretty much a
like,
race run at this point.
I wonder if Donkey Kong's actually trying to get some practice of this track after having put in those 5 laps of, 5 laps in this qualifying session. We've got yellow flag in sector 2. That is for the landlord.
That's for landlord. I think. I think he's just going slowly on one of his in laps, maybe, or I'm not entirely sure. Or is that his hot lap or an out lap? But someone who's going fast is P. Doran in the Aston Martin. Is approaching the chicane now, and he has put a first sector purple.
I've been on board with him for most of the lap. He seems a very clean and quick lap so far. Does he go flat out through that sector? Yes, he does, but he's got traffic right in front of him now. Is that going to interrupt him? I think it will be. It's a Mercedes. Yes, it really has interrupted him. Yeah, that's his lap over and done with, because the Victor Cerficar, sorry for pronouncing your name wrong, has got no front wing. So that's really upset P. Doran's lap there. As he's actually still improved because of it. He might actually be starting another lap as well because of it.
He improved by a 10th. If he hadn't gotten held up, I think he lost at least half a second there.
Yeah, but so, that's the problem with Monaco. You just can't get out of the way.
Yeah, and look, he's again going faster. He's put a purple sector 1, so definitely has more pace.
So the top 2 guys, of British guy and Lewis, has actually now came out on those soft tyres instead. So they actually want to be on the soft tyres for the start of this race by the looks of it.
Yeah, probably because start is important here. You don't want to get caught up by other cars and incidents as well. So
yeah, P. Doran
trying to.
P. Doran, sorry, you can beat me. He's on.
Yeah.
He's got purple sector 2. He's currently 2/10 up on his lap. I'm not sure if the game actually means that he's actually the fastest in sector 2 or not, but obviously he did get held up in sector 3. Is he going to go fastest? No, he's not. He's about a 10th off from British guy on those medium tyres.
And Lewis is 5 tenths faster in sector 1, so this is going to be a cracker of a lap from the McLaren. If he does not get held with a yellow flag somewhere, or that sector 1, so it won't hurt him.
Oh, he is flying, Lewis. Lewis is absolutely flying.
That line he took through the chicane was absolutely on the limit. But props to him for keeping this foot floored in. And now across the line he comes. This is going to be a massive improvement. Maybe P1. It is P1 by almost
as British guy has just started his lap as well. So now we'll go with British guy to see if British guy can actually beat Lewis. And he is about a 10th up on his time at the moment through sector 1. Bit deep going through the corner. How's his hairpin going to be? Hairpin is pretty good. Pretty clean lap so far from British guy. It goes a little bit wide through that corner there. That comes round through the tunnel now, up towards the Novo chicane. It's called Novo chicane anyway. As he does actually quite cut the corner there, but the game think not of that, and lets him carry on. He's now about 4/10 up. Purple sector 2 now, flying just like Lewis did in this part of the track. He actually slides through the second to last time, the last corner. Will he improve? Will he actually beat? Yes, he will. He still beat Lewis. 2/10 quicker. British guy looks really, really strong. Of course, British guy has still not scored any points from this season. 2 DNS from the first 2 rounds, so hopefully he can turn his look around now and actually score some points today.
Absolutely, it's looking really good. And someone who could have been up there, was Gislodian, who was on a lap. He put a second purple sector, but then lost it at the exit of that sector and has to come back in for probably a wing change. Sitting very pretty right now in P4.
Here comes
Again,
Scooter Clem
improves.
then. Scooter Clem, he goes P4 now with a 1 minute 11.7. Puts Gizlodian down to P5. Gizlodian still in the pits, of course. I don't know if he's actually going to come back out again. As Tim just sets a lap, a 1 minute 13.8, puts him P10. As the landlord is not on a lap. He's about 5 seconds down on the time because he's lost his front wing. What about...
Bear is on a lap.
The Bear, yes he is. We'll look at the Mercedes of the Victory. Oh god, I don't know how you would pronounce the name, but the Vicky...
Vicious Vicar. Oh, Vicar. I don't know. I think it's a Vicar.
Vicious. Just call him Vicious.
Let's just call him Vicious, yeah. Right,
so Vicious then. He stays P12 with a 1 minute. Well, he might have actually invalidated as the Bear went up to P4. Oh, was he just started a lap?
No, he went on to P4.
Oh
it was
yeah,
P8 earlier,
it says 0 laps on the mediums for me, so I don't actually know if he just started a lap or not. Who else can we find? Tim is not on a lap. Cafu, I think he's just...
has not put in a lap time either.
Here we go.
Not sure what...
So Cafu has just started a lap. Currently 2 turns up through the first sector. Comes through the hairpin now. Seems pretty wide going through the first sector as we got a Williams. I think he's gone off. I think that was funny line if it was. I think I'm letting Tim go through. Come through the tunnel now towards the Nobo chicane. Seems pretty clean this lap so far from Cafu. Capricorn says has no idea who's going to win from now on. You're in GP.
Is up by a second and 2/10 on his last lap. This could be a massive improvement if he can just nail the third sector, and he has more or less.
Phew goes up to P5 as Lewis comes back out again. I think the Bear has started the lap as well. Yes, he has. But what about Gizlodian? He's just starting a lap as well. The landlord is also on an out lap. I think it might be the Bear by the looks of it. I think he had a bit of traffic as well. I'm not too sure.
Yeah. So, Bear, what happened to him? I think he touched the wall there.
Yeah, by the looks of it. No damage, but so he can carry on.
Yeah, and Lewis is on an out lap. He has 45 seconds to get to the checkered flag or the start-finish line before the checkered flag.
Going to be close to Lewis. British
close.
guy.
There's 2 cars in front of him.
Oh, as the Bear invalidates. Who else is on a lap?
So Lewis can actually get pole here because British guy is in the pits.
Yeah,
he's not going to challenge anymore.
But can he
in the
get
pits as well?
Can Lewis get there? Can Lewis get there in time? You know, it's going to be close. It's going to be very close. It might just make it.
Be super close.
I can't see the time because
timing, yeah.
I can't see. Has he made it? I think he's just made it.
I think he just made it. I think he has just about made it. That was cutting it very close.
So, who's still on a lap? The landlord and Lewis. I think landlord.
Yeah. He's not improving. I think he was down by 4.5 tenths when he crossed the first sector. So, unless he can pull off a mega second and third sector, he might not improve. He'll get free tire choice though. And Lewis is up by almost 2 tenths, Manson, in the first sector alone. So this is going to be the lap. Watch. Yeah.
So, comes through the final, not final chicane, sorry. The Nobo chicane. Very clean again. Seems very strong. He's 7 tenths up. British guy might have made a wrong choice to stay out.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see a lap time in the 109s here.
I think we are by the looks of it. Come through. Final corner now to set a 1 minute. It will be a 1 minute 9.8. 9-1 from Lewis. Puts in pole. Great decision there from Lewis to go out for a final run. which puts him on pole position for the Monaco Grand Prix. So this is your qualifying results, which sets, of course, the grid for the race. It is Lewis on pole with SFR British Kai in second, P. Doran in third, The Bear fourth, Cafu fifth, Scooter Clem in sixth, Gizlodian in eighth, Gizlodian seventh, Fanny Lion in eighth, Tim in ninth, Donkey Kong 10th, Landlord 11th, The Vicious in 12th, Mad G with no time obviously with the quali ban, and Baker Royd in 14th. So everyone's saying Lewis to GP4. No comment just as yet, because obviously we haven't had the race yet.
Yeah, and every time someone gets a polar race win, we can't be sending them a division higher. So, but they make a good point, because Lewis and British Guy seem to be on a league of their own right now. They are a second clear of anyone else in the field.
Yeah.
And I know it's a very technical track, but a second clear on a track which is not that long either speaks volumes about their pace.
Oh yeah, definitely. So now just loading up to race day. Waiting on Tim, as always. There we go. Oliver Smith says, "Let's go, bro." Obviously, British Guy and SFR Oliver are brothers.
Oh, is that Liverpool FC Pro?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. That's who it is.
I didn't realize he had changed his BSN. All right.
Yeah, he changed it now to British Guy. So, can Ferrari actually score some points today? Obviously, in Ferrari, you've got Simo and British Guy, but Simo, of course, cannot make it tonight. So it's all down to British Guy. He's got a very good chance to do that, starting on the front row of the grid.
Well, not this point. He's in a short of a win, or at least a podium here.
Oh yeah, definitely today, definitely. So predicted pit stops are: if you're starting on softs, stop around lap 11 to 12 to go on the medium tyres to the end. So it's that easy around here by the looks of it today. But saying that,
and you can see 3 people running the hard tyres.
Let's have that off. Yeah, we've got the Landlord, the Vicious, and Magi all on hard tyres. Obviously, I'm guessing they might want to try and do the whole race and hope for a very late safety car. Maybe that's their decision, I do not know. Obviously, we got Peter and the Bear, Scooter Clem, Donkey Kong, and Baker Royd on the medium tyres. Like I said, if you are starting outside the top 10, you want to be on the harder tyres, and the softer tyres be at the end of the race. So, by the looks of it, it's a very easy soft medium strategy around here. Medium soft, depending what tyre you qualify on and where you finish in qualifying.
Yeah, see, that's where the medium runners will be a little bit concerned. They don't want a safety car, early on in the race or towards the middle of the race, because they can't run 2 medium stints.
Yeah.
So if they're starting on the mediums, they can't go on the softs if there's a very early or a safety car in the middle of the race. But the soft runners can very well go on the hards and just run to the end from there.
Yeah, that's what I think. I'm thinking maybe the hards can do the whole race if it's an easy soft medium strategy.
I think they can. Let's say this first, I don't know, there's a safety car in the first 5-6 laps.
Yeah.
I think the hards can go all the way. At least they used to in the previous games. I have never tried Monaco on this game, probably never will.
Yeah, I probably never will as well, because obviously I'm in GP1, it's a shortened season, and we're not even going to Monaco this season, we're going straight to Baku, which I'm happy about.
Right, we're all set for the grid, so Mansell, it's all yours.
Okie dokie. So waiting on the Baker Royd, as he is now lined up. Can't see the lights very well. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights, and it's go for green here at Monaco. Who gets best start? British Guy gets an excellent start. He's actually side by side with Lewis, and he's in front of Lewis. What a start from British Guy. He now leads to Monaco Grand Prix. Lewis right behind him with the Bear in third, Cafu in fourth, Scooter Clem in fifth. We've got someone falling down. Who's that? That is Tim, I believe, was falling down the grid by the looks of it, but he's alright. He's got no front wing damage. Looks like very nice and clean through first corner. All very nice and clean, which we are happy about.
Yeah, and Gislodian got a good start. He jumped places. Duran, not sure what happened to him. Maybe just cold tires, medium tires. He lost 4 positions of the start. So the soft tires working really well. And what a start from British guy.
Yeah, good start there from Maggi as well. Made 3 positions there, puts himself into P10. Same with Landlord, goes up to P8 as well. And we've got a yellow flag, and Landlord is out. Oh, it looks like he's made contact with somebody, because I'm not too sure, unless he's hit that inside barrier.
Seems like that. It's not a safety car, it's not a VSC either.
Doesn't seem like anything. So the top 3 are British guy, Lewis and the Bear, all pulling away from each other, all and very early. There's already a 3-second gap between the Bear and Cafu. So these guys have some serious pace around here by the looks of it. As now he literally just settle into the Grand Prix. No overtakes now. No, I do hope some overtakes in that. Obviously,
I'm sure we'll see a few in the pit stops at least. And the field is spread already, man. So you can see there's a huge gap. There's 1 lap in, and P4 is 3 seconds adrift of P3. And then there's another gap between Duran and Fenilian. And there's 1 more towards the end of the field. I think some of these gaps might have been created because of the crash from Landlord. But we still have 13 runners, and yeah, should be a close race.
So I think track limits is also going to be a problem around here. You've got obviously the chicane throughout the corner, and there's obviously all of sector 3 and the first corner. I think these are going to be a bit of a problem for track limits wise, as we are staying on board. We've got a spinner on the Vicious.
It's Vicious. I think it doesn't seem to have damage.
No, it doesn't have damage by the looks of it. Obviously, you can get side pod damage, you can get...
Scooter climb! I think he and Cafu collided, and Cafu has lost at least 2 positions. There's Duran behind him, and I'm pretty sure Cafu has damage, at least side pod damage, if not anything else.
Yeah, as I was saying, you can get side pod damage, get rear wing damage like I did in the practice session before, and all that. So it's very close here, with the top 3 still. Just about 1.5 seconds between first and third at the moment. See,
and they've already dropped the likes of Scooter Clem and Gislodian. So they're pulling out like 1.5 seconds per lap in the first few laps, and that clearly shows the pace which they've got, especially the Bear, who can stick with the soft runners. So that's really impressive pace for him.
Oh, Lewis has gone into the wall. Lewis has hit the wall, and he's got front wing damage. He's going to have to box now, and I'm guessing he's going to probably go onto the hard tyres. I'm not too sure what happened there. I think he was too late on the brakes and had no choice but to go into the wall. And he's got to change the front wing as well. So he is going onto the hard tyres here. I think he can get to the end. Looking at the strategy here around Monaco. So out he goes on those hard tyres. The only problem that Lewis has got now is traffic. Traffic is a massive problem around here. That's the last thing you want to be stuck, is in traffic. But Lewis at the moment is in clean air. He's got Donkey Kong ahead of him on 3-lap-old mediums, of course. So Lewis, even though he's had that problem, he still has a chance to win the Grand Prix if he can actually push hard now on these hard tyres and get that gap between him and British guy back up again.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. He has to clear the likes of Donkey Kong before, because if he catches up to him, and I think he will, even though he's on harder tyres, if he doesn't pass him immediately and loses time behind Donkey Kong, that could be a problem for him, and that's where this guy can have the upper hand. But speaking of wing changes, Baker Royd and the Red Bull had one as well on the lap exactly when Lewis had one. So he's been into the pits, he has been on the hard tyres as well, and probably hoping to finish the race on that set of tyres if there are no safety cars.
So there's already quite a big gap between these guys. It's like we're nearly 25 laps into the Grand Prix already. But obviously our closest battle at the moment is between Cafu and P. Doran for P5. P. Doran on those medium tyres, Cafu on those soft tyres.
I have a feeling Cafu is holding up Doran here because Cafu definitely has damage. At least I think he definitely has damage. He's losing a lot of time. He's 4 seconds off Gislodian, and Gislodian just passed him on the last lap because of the contact which he had with, I think, Scooter Clam it was. So yeah, he's losing a lot of time, Cafu, and because of that, Doran is losing a time as well. And look, Doran is on the medium, so he can't even undercut Cafu.
Yeah, Cafu looks
unless
like
he
he's
wants
struggling.
to go on the hards.
Yeah. Cafu looks like he is struggling big time by the looks of it. Yeah. So
Doran has to think about something different here. He needs to act if he can't get past. And Lewis is now coming up to Donkey Kong. That gap was 4 seconds. It's now within a second. So he's caught up to Donkey Kong like anything. Here goes Doran.
Oh, bit of contact there. But Cafu keeps his P5 for now. And what about Lewis?
Now on Donkey Kong. Yeah, I think there's going to be an overtake.
So Lewis is going to try and go around the outside here of Donkey Kong, and yes he has. It looks like Donkey Kong has given that position to him, which is fair play to him. You don't really want to lose a lot of time to a quick driver like Lewis.
Yeah, he's trying to run his own race, Donkey Kong, and that's exactly why he has not really fought for the position. Maybe he will probably try to follow Lewis and catch some cars, although following is not that easy around this track.
So P. Doran, he has a little look going through the Nobo chicane, but not close enough. He tried to do a Max Verstappen on a Lewis Hamilton. You know what? That happened.
And look at Maggi who has caught up, and if they're not careful, sorry, it's Funnelland who has caught up, but Maggi and Forever JG or Tim are not far behind either. So this could be quite a train here, especially because it's Monaco and
Cafu is actually coming.
Yeah, just as we were talking about it, he has had enough.
So Cafu possibly go on a medium tyres? I think medium. Yes, he does.
Not sure.
He does go on a medium tyres.
Mediums. 32 laps on a set of mediums. I'm not sure. I mean, I have absolutely no basis to know if that will work or not. But he will still come out in. Oh, Lewis, 3 second time penalty, and that's while following Forever JG. So that's, I think, the first corner which he cut, and that was the third warning of the race. As look at him, he's so impatient. He's practically pushing him across the track.
He wants to get past. The only chance of him winning this Grand Prix now is if he doesn't have any clean air and he puts a fastest lap in every lap pretty much for Lewis now.
And there's a good clean gap between Forever JG and Maggi. There's a 6.5 second gap. So if Lewis can get past here quickly, he can then hope to just run in some clean air and put in consistent lap times and try to see if he can mount a challenge to beat this guy. But that 3 second penalty will not help at all. And Maggi himself is on a set of hard tires, so he's going to go long as well, unless he has some. Unless he make a mistake, I don't think he'll pit anytime soon.
So Lewis will probably have a look at Tim, but Tim gets a really good exit on the final corner. I think Tim will actually keep the position for another lap. Yes, he will. Tim got an excellent exit throughout the final corner.
That's vicious again.
Yeah, he looks like he's lost it again at the Nobo chicane. Again, he's looking to get away with damage by the looks of it. We'll go back to battle between Tim and Lewis. But yeah, seems like Tim can actually get better exits than Lewis at the moment. Obviously, he is on the soft tyres, but he's on old soft tyres now, so Tim will be starting to struggle a bit here now. But it does seem like Tim can get the better exits than Lewis. Maybe because of dirty air, who knows? But at the moment, Tim's doing a very good job to keep Lewis behind.
He's definitely getting better exits here, and that's what's keeping him in P8.
Oh, as Tim nearly lost it. Lewis had to take an avoided action.
Talking about his traction out of corners, he almost loses it, and Lewis would hope that hasn't given him any damage, because I think there was definite contact. Now Lewis is playing a little cautious. He doesn't want to stick too close to in as Fenelon and Matt G both get 3-second time penalties. And the gap between the Bear as well as British guy has been fluctuating a little bit. It's been around at 4.5, 4.8 second mark since the last few laps. So let's see
here
if
comes
the Bear can actually start. Oh, it's gone
it's
wide.
Tim has gone wide, and Tim's going to let him go through. Very sensible move there from Tim. And Lewis now goes up to P8. Lewis's next target is his McLaren teammate of Maggi. Not sure if we're going to see any battle between these two. I'm not sure if Maggi will let him go through or not. We will see when Lewis catches up to him. But now we've got yellow flag and set to through. I think that was Vicious again. Yes, it was. He just, as just went on with him, he was ghosted for a second. I think it was for him.
And now Tim has to defend even more because Donkey Kong is on the back of the Alpha Tauri. And yeah, but coming back to the battle up front, now the gap has increased. But I want to see if the Bear can catch British guy here because those medium tires would be probably a little bit better in terms of performance versus the old softs. So there's a yellow flag once again. I think that's Vicious again. Yeah,
possibly.
I think it was. Yeah, it was.
But yeah, the problem with British guy is that when he stops, he's going to have traffic. Maybe.
Yeah.
And that gives the Bear an excellent chance to maybe pull away and maybe get ahead of British guy.
What's the typical pit stop time around here? Is it 22, 23 seconds?
About that, yeah, I would say about 23, I would say.
Yeah, so there's a gap between Gislodian and Duran. Gislodian is 17 seconds off British guy. Duran is 25. Oh,
and British guy is actually pits now.
Yeah, and I think he's pulled the trigger because he wants to slot in that gap because he knows
he's actually going to the hard tyres. That's a very interesting move from him. He's gone onto the hard tyres. So he's going he's going for the safer option.
And he'll come behind Gislodian, or will he not? Might.
Gislodian goes ahead of him.
Yeah, so he's behind Gislodian now, but Gislodian might not wait a lot of laps before he pits in himself. So then it gives him clear air as Donkey Kong is stuck behind Tim and he is getting penalties as well as probable damage to his car as Tim pits.
So into the pits comes Tim. He's dropping down to P11. Goes on to the medium tyres to the end.
If you have if you have a Bear, I think he doesn't have an option but to carry on. He knows he was 5 seconds behind, so there is no way he can make the overcut work. So I think his best chance is that British guy gets stuck behind the likes of Gislodian for maybe a few more laps. So he would be hoping that Gislodian stays out, and that would really impede the race of British guy as Bakeroid has gotten past him as well. I think that was the exit of the pit lane.
Gislodian is going to stay out, so he's going to interrupt British guy a bit with the dirty air. Obviously,
and that's good news. That's good news for the Bear because if he can keep this up for a couple of more laps, Bear can actually pit, even though he doesn't want to right now. Maybe he can actually pit and come out of British guy, and that would be a perfect scenario. You can just put on the hards and go to the end because overtaking will be virtually impossible between two very, very well matched drivers.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Donkey Kong and a few, not sure what happened there, but Donkey Kong seemed to have let him pass here. A few back into P9, Donkey Kong into P11, and
P10.
The Williams need to pit. Oh, there's one more overtake happening here. I think that's Matt who has let Lewis through.
Yeah, by the looks of it. The Vicious is getting lapped by all these guys now. He has got. It looks like Vicious has lost a bit of his front wing as well. So Lewis's next target is Fanny Lion, but Fanny Lion will be stopping very, very shortly now. Go back on board with British guy to see Gislodian stays out for another lap.
This is good news. This is really good news for the Bear.
Yeah, this is great news.
In hindsight, although hindsight is a beautiful thing, maybe British guy could have waited just one more lap, and that would have enabled him to come out ahead of Gislodian. That would have been a better outcome for him.
Fanny Lion now comes in. So should be an easy soft medium strategy for him, unless there is a late safety car or something like that. Maggi gets past him, Cafu should get past him, as well as
So I think,
Donkey Kong. Oh, Funny
yeah, I
Lines had
think
the front wing change as well, so he had some damage as well. Interesting there.
he was running front and down throughout the whole first stint basically. He's come out in P10. He'll come out in P10. So coming back to the battle at the front, I think the gap between British guy and Gizlodian was about 17 seconds before British guy pit. Oh, there's a yellow flag. I think
it's the Vicious again.
yeah, letting cars through. So 18 or 19 seconds. I think to be safe, 19 seconds is the gap which they need, or the bear needs.
And Gizlodian now comes in,
behind.
which now frees British guy. Now he can really push the car and see what he's like on his hard tyres. He is about 7.8 seconds off from Scooter Clem. I think by the time he catches Scooter Clem will probably be starting to thinking to stop to go onto his soft tyres. Same with the bear.
Yeah, so now the bear just has to go to the maybe lap 25. Can he make 14 laps on lighter fuel work on soft tires? Maybe he can, I'm not entirely sure. But Gizlodian loses a place to Lewis as well. So Lewis has pulled off a massive undercut there because of the early pit stop. And Lewis back in P5 with Duran yet to pit. I think he can still get P4 here, and considering he was running P2,
yeah,
those yellow flags, I think that's Vicious again letting cars through. What about Scooter Clem and Lewis? No, I think Scooter Clem will have the measure of him. So Lewis will still get P4 here, maybe. And that's a very good recovery considering he crashed on the earlier laps of the race.
Oh, and he's just crashed again. He's just crashed again. Lewis has just lost his front wing. He looks like yes, he has. He's lost a bit of his front wing again. Lewis has. Oh no!
Commentator's curse.
I know exactly what he's done. He's tried to. Well, he's gone flat out through the corner in the tunnel.
Section?
In the tunnel, and obviously he's just lost it. So now he's going to have to stop again.
Yeah.
And this time it'll be on the mediums.
Mediums, yeah.
And he's got a 5-second penalty as well.
So he gets a 5-second penalty. So
this is throwing out the chances for him to get a top 5 finish now, I reckon.
And remember that penalty will be added to his race time. So unless he pits again, he will have to serve that penalty at the end of the race. He's gonna lose a position to Donkey Kong as well. Maybe Fandaland? Yeah, definitely to Fandaland as well. So he'll be out in P10.
Fandaland gets in the fastest lap.
Yes, he does.
The gap between British guy and the bear is now 13 point. What was it? 13? No, that's the wrong one.
It was 13, now it's 12.5.
12.5. The British guy really pushing here to get anything to get his first ever SFR win.
Vicious retired. Vicious has retired from the session, and
looks like has he lost it?
No, it's not in the pits. No, it's not in the pits. It's at the exit of the Raskas.
Yeah, he's actually lost a tyre there. So he didn't force the tyre on the track. Just very unlucky.
Local yellows, but yeah, his car has been recovered and there is no safety car. So the bear has to go on. Scooter Clem has to go on as well, and they have to extract everything they can out of those old medium tires.
11.9. The gap now between 11.4. Now the gap between the bear and British guy just keeps coming down and down every second now.
Well, now bear has to overtake him on track unless there's a safety car. He has to overtake British guy on track.
I think the bear will definitely be hoping for a safety car right now.
Yeah, either that or he has to go really long into the race and try a set of soft tires. First he will have to catch British guy because he will not be directly behind him anyway. And once he catches him, he'll have to pass him, which is a very tough job around the track. So advantage British guy right now, but it's a long race. We are halfway through, just about more than halfway through. So, Duran is in now. So let's see what tires he goes on. 22 laps remaining.
He goes on. He looks like he's doing a medium hard strategy, but again he looks like he's got front wing damage. So he's changing his
yeah,
front
probably
wing.
that's why. And he wants to come out ahead of Matt G. Will he be ahead of Matt G? That it's gonna be close. You can see the McLaren and the Alfa Romeo of
Yeah, I
Cafu.
think he
Now
will. Oh,
on the main
it's
straight,
gonna
I
be
think he's gonna
close.
lose both positions. I think he's gonna lose both positions there to Matt G as well as Cafu. So
Yeah,
that
he's gonna.
wing damage has cost him, and I think it was probably on the lap on which he pitted. So I think he pitted because of that damage. Otherwise, he might have gotten.
There's a bit of a train here now between P7, no, sorry, P8, P9 and P10, Donkey Kong, Fanny Line and Lewis for that P8 position. Obviously
And
Donkey
all three of them
Kong,
have penalties as well.
yeah, none of them don't have any penalties. Donkey Kong on 16 lap old mediums, he still needs to stop, whereas Fanny Line and Lewis can go to the end if they don't get any damage or nothing happens to him. So British guy, just under 3 seconds the gap between him and Scooter Clem now. I think it's at the moment. I think it's British guy's race to lose at this point.
I agree. As Donkey Kong has gotten really deep into the knowledge again, and he's not letting his teammate through. So team orders definitely not at play here. Fanaland is under attack from Lewis. But Donkey Kong goes on a completely different strategy than Fanaland is not making way. Is anyone pulling into the pits? No, Donkey Kong stays out.
So Donkey Kong stays out. Funny Line gets a great exit. Donkey Kong.
Here goes Fanaland. Oh, stays back for now.
Yeah, it looked like Donkey Kong
have been instructed not to
block in.
Curse anyone or jinx anyone.
As Fanny Line now is now having a look at Lewis has now had a look at Donkey. Lewis has had a look at Fanny Line. Fanny Line looks like he's lost it. I don't know what he's.
Either his controller died or he just gave up on that.
Fanny Line retired on track.
And he's retired on track. Yeah, that's.
I have a feeling his controller or something disconnected because that doesn't look right by the looks of it. So that's very unfortunate.
Yeah, I think he just went straight on into a corner where he has to turn right. So, but it still didn't retire him. I mean, the wheel didn't come off, but he retired after the contact. So. Looked like a retirement on track, but well, we can't.
Oh, Donkey Kong's gone really wide throughout the Nobo chicane. That gives Lewis a great chance to overtake Donkey Kong and get some move done. Great move there from Lewis.
Lewis has overtaken both the Williams now and is running in clean air. P8 right now, and up ahead is Duran, who's on a set of hard tires. So I think Lewis's tires will be probably better until the end of the race.
Yeah, we've got another little battle here as well between Magi, Cafu and P. Doran. Magi still needs to stop, of course. Again, Magi doing a great job on his 18 lap old hards. He's probably not having a fun time now on these hard old tires, let's say, in a way. As Cafu is probably starting to get frustrated a bit behind traffic. I know that feeling, in a way. I was behind my teammate the whole race in Season 8. But, you know, he still came out to finish first and third. But yeah, as Magi actually goes wide in
take the position. I think he has Matthew tries to hang around the outside. But Cafu is up into P5.
That's the thing about Monaco. If you make one mistake, that's it. I think you're will lose a position or something like that will happen.
You know what? Lewis has caught up 4 seconds in one lap to this pack. He was 11 seconds behind Pidoran and is now just 6 seconds. So that's don't make it 4, make it 6. It's 5 seconds. He's caught up 5 seconds, and there you go. Fastest lap of the race is absolutely flying, Lewis.
So Lewis.
So that just goes on to show Mansell how much pace he had. That's Fanaline as after session. That just goes on to show how much pace he had he not crashed in those one of the
the bear is now in. The bear is now stopped. British guy easily overtakes him.
The bear is on the hards.
The bear's gone onto the hards. That's very interesting there. I think. Maybe, possibly. I think I'm saying that if he did go onto the soft. Yeah, but if you go onto the soft this stage, I don't think they can still get to the end, you know.
Yeah,
They're going
I
to do
don't
about
think so
11
either.
laps.
But could he have stayed on for more laps? That's what I want to know later on.
The
Could
British
he have
guy,
stayed on one for more laps?
British guy is also caught up Scooter Clem now. This is the obvious cause, the lead of the Grand Prix. Obviously, in a way not expecting Scooter Clem to give up easily for P1, even though they are on different strategies, but still, as Lewis is going faster and faster each lap, he's 2.4 is now the gap
Lewis
between P.
has caught up
Doran.
9 seconds. 9 seconds in 2 laps. That's how much he has caught up.
That is crazy. That really is.
And the likes of Matt G and Duran and Cafu are not slow drivers by any means. So that just goes on to show how much pace Lewis has and is using those medium tires to full effect. 1.3. Let's see what Mansell does now.
Me?
Really got up
Who?
now.
Me? You just said me.
Alright, British guy, my bad.
I'm not racing.
And you might never race on this game on Monaco. Okay, so Lewis. Oh, Lewis just. What happened to Duran? I think he crashed it.
He has. He's lost his front wing as well.
Yeah, he tried to run his around, and Maggi will obviously let Lewis through once again. So Lewis into P6 and is looking good once again.
And of course, P. Doran goes into pits for a new front wing. I'm expecting him to go on to the medium tyres, if he will. Gap between Scooter Clem and British guy is around about a second. Looks like now British guy has got close to Scooter Clem. He's now got that dirty air and it's got difficult to try and get the overtake complete on Scooter Clem by the looks of it. As they are now catching up to Bakeroyd, who is of course the lapped car.
And also the teammate of Scooter Clem.
I don't think Bakeroyd will be able to do much because obviously Bakeroyd will be ghosted when these two catch up.
Yep.
So we've got 3 guys on penalties at the moment.
Can Scooter Clem actually get the bear here? That's what I'm thinking. If he goes on for a couple of more laps and puts on the softs, fresh softs against fresher hards, or relatively less fresher hards.
Scooter Clem goes deep. He's gonna let he lets British guy go through. There we go. The British guy takes the lead of the Grand Prix. Not the first time, of course, in the Grand Prix. Scooter Clem, 22 lap old hards versus British guys 12 lap, 22 old mediums versus British guys 12 lap hard tyres. Maggi now comes into the stop and into the pits to go on to new medium tyres. A bit surprising there, he might have been able to get to the mediums to the end there, but he did come out ahead of Bakeroyd and is now in P8.
Lewis is once again in a battle. He has caught up to Cafu in the Alfa Romeo and is picking his moment as to when to strike and get past. Get at P5 for now, but he has penalties, so he'll have to account for that, as well as he almost goes into the back of Cafu there. There's a few close calls today, Lewis, and has been into the pits more than once because of those. So you can see the red light flashing for him, so using a lot of battery to defend to good effect around Monaco.
So again, dirty air affecting Lewis to get past Cafu. Cafu is actually going to go defensive. Lewis is thinking to go there on the outside, but that's not going to work, of course. Again, this is Monaco. There's not. Lewis getting a second time penalty again, and that's another time penalty as he nearly loses it as well, hitting that inside barrier. Lewis is now on 11 seconds worth of time penalties, but it will keep him in P6 at the moment because Donkey Kong is 25 seconds behind Lewis.
That's unfortunate for him. For someone who has had so much pace, he has had his bad luck with penalties and crashes, and that's why he's not going to finish on the podium today.
Excuse me, as confused. Yeah, confused.
Alright.
Yeah, you're in pits. Confused. He's actually gone on new medium tyres. He could have easily got onto the end on soft tyres now at this stage. As Donkey Kong lets through British guys, Mad G is now right behind him as well. Mad G, 1 lap old medium compared to Donkey Kong, 23 lap old medium.
Let's see Scooter Clem pits now, and Scooter Clem is coming into the pits. So Scooter Clem, is he going?
He's going on hard tyres.
Oh my God. Is there something we are missing here, Mansell? Because I can't understand this decision.
Yeah.
I mean, the only explanation I have is they don't have a fresh set of softs, but
yeah,
I don't know.
Could be. I'm not too sure. But again, they only use the soft tyres for qualifying, and they're only they'll probably going to be only like what 2-3% worn, something like that. As Scooter Clem has lost it. He's just hit the wall, and I think he might have got front wing damage. I'm not too sure because of
his end plate is missing on the right hand side.
Oh no, that's important. Very unfortunate there from Gizlodian. But now this gives a great chance for Gizlodian to get his first ever podium in SFR. I'm not too sure, but it might give Gizlodian here a podium as well as British guy at the moment will get his first ever SFR victory. At the moment,
you know what? A few more laps and British guy can actually pit.
Yeah, he could actually pit and go on soft tyres and go for the fastest lap if he wanted to do that. Yeah.
Mad G is gone. He's round. He's lost his front wing. Was trying to get past Donkey Kong here, and has lost 2 positions in the process. Tim goes through.
And he has front wing damage as well for Mad G. That's very unfortunate there.
Major front wing. Scooter Clem in the pits. Gizlodian on the podium.
There we go. Scooter Clem goes onto soft tyres.
Now the softs now.
Now he goes for the softs, yeah.
Why
anyway, but now he has a great chance for go for fastest lap. Even though he's in 5th place now. So Lewis has now actually gone up to 4th place. I wasn't expecting him to Lewis to be in the top 5, not after he's had so many mistakes, let's say, but saying that there has been a lot of mistakes throughout this Grand Prix. It is Monaco after all.
I can still get P4 here if we can stay clear of those, 11 seconds of penalties, as Bakeroid and Donkey Kong have swapped positions. Bakeroid getting past the Williams, he's into P7 on those 22 lap old hard tyres. Donkey Kong, 25 laps on mediums. What a strength that is.
So Mad G comes into the bits. Battle for P10 between, or would be P9 in a minute.
Just as you see that.
P Doran actually hits the ball there throughout the final corner, which loses P Doran a lot of time. He might have actually got some damage
from that contact.
Surely he must have had some damage. Visually you can't see it, but I reckon he has. Mad G goes on to soft tyres.
Straight back and onto the back of Tim.
As Tim has actually hit the wall as well. Tim's hit the wall through Casino Square. But again, visually you can't see any damage. I'm not sure if he has actually got any damage at all. But Tim is currently in P9 with P Doran in P10, Magi P11. So Donkey Kong, yeah, as you were saying, you could beat me. Donkey Kong, 26 lap old mediums. So he can actually go onto the soft tyres. Well, shortly around now.
Come out behind this pair of P Doran and Tim. So it's gonna be P10. What remains to be seen is how many positions he can make up. He's just pitting right now. Definitely, at least I hope so, he's going on a set of stops. There have been some surprising pit strategies tonight. Let's see what tires it is.
I think it is soft tires.
Soft, right? Yeah. And there's a wing change for him. That's gonna lose him a lot of time.
So
It's
we'll
gonna
lose
come
in
out
time. He will
ahead of
come out in
Maggi.
P10. Yeah, he will.
He'll come out on P10, but I think he'll have to wait a lot before he can catch up to Duran and Forever. And he has. Does he have a penalty as well? I think he does. So that's something which Tim and Duran don't. So that's working in their favor right now.
So the only battle we have at the moment is a battle between P. Doran and Forever 24 JG, or Tim. As Scooter Glenn pulls in the fastest lap to earn that extra point if he still has it at the end of the race. So, and yet again, as I was saying earlier, between the battle between Tim and Lewis, Tim can definitely get better exits, just because of me being on board with P. Doran. Looks like Tim can definitely get better exits than anyone else throughout the field at the moment.
Yeah, it seems like he's much smoother on the throttle. Not sure what traction is running, but it doesn't. It definitely seems to be helping him. As here goes Doran now, is using his battery as well as DRS, and he has to stay behind. The straight is just not long enough for the Aston Martin to go through. So basically, at this point, he's just trying to push Tim into a mistake and make him commit to a corner which in a way Tim won't like, and that is probably the only way Doran can go through, because Tim is definitely going to the end now. 18 laps on those tires. I think he's going to the end. So Doran will have to make this overtake on track.
Yep.
Tim almost loses it, but keeps it just about in check. And Doran again using that battery. If you ride on board with him, you will see that he is completely using that battery at exits of those long straights, and it's just not enough right now.
So P. Doran trying everything to get past Tim for PA. I think that is probably the best P. Doran can do here today. I think it might be a little bit too late to get up to Bakeroyd. 17 seconds between him and Forever 24 JG. Let's say P. Doran again cannot get past him.
He actually to go around the outside.
Yeah, P. Doran went wide there, was able to avoid the wall though, so he can carry on.
Yeah, almost. I think that was probably centimeters away from getting his front wing clipped, but he tries to live another day, and let's see.
So the gap between SFR British Guy and the Bear is now nearly round about 19 seconds. I still don't think is enough. It might be enough. I don't know. Could it?
Maybe in 3-4 laps, if the British Guy can pull, maybe just to be safe, more than 20 I think should be enough, as Tim has gone really deep there, and this is giving a Doran is
to be Doran has actually hit the wall big time this time. How is he not going? He hasn't got any damage visually this time again. Can he carry on?
Lucky. He has more life than a cat here. If
he's going to carry on. So he got really lucky there by the looks of it. Very lucky there for P. Doran.
He went in too hot there, making the overtake, and I am really surprised that there is no damage, or at least there is no wing damage on his car. So we are running standard damage, if I am not wrong, correct? Or is it reduced for this division?
I think it's on reduced. Yeah, it's reduced.
Okay, that might explain it. If it was standard, I am pretty sure that would have been a definite wing damage for Doran. But either way, Tim! Speaking about traction, he's feeling the heat of those 20-lap-old tires, and that almost put him into a wall. He can still score points here.
Yeah, he was just getting up there from his teammate, so he's alright still. I don't think he's got any damage, so he can carry on.
So now if British Guy pits, the Bear can pit as well. Back can pit either way, I think.
I would say just be safe for the British Guy. if the gap goes over 25 seconds, I think that is a good enough gap to then come in and go for soft, well, for fastest lap if you wanted to.
Well, the only thing with that is that he doesn't have that many laps maybe to pull a gap of 25 plus seconds.
It is still going up
I think
the gap.
He might be thinking 26 laps, or rather, sorry, 25 points are better than 19 or something. If he comes out second and then has the fastest lap, that's no good for him. So I think he might just stay out and take the win here rather than going for the fastest lap. But the Bear can definitely try it. He is second anyway, and he has lesser to lose. If he can pull some more gap on this load-in, I think the Bear can try it. So can Curfew, honestly, as he has a 25-second gap to Bakeroid in P7. So as there's a wet race in GP4, Manson.
Oh, is there? Oh no!
How about that?
Okay.
That would be interesting.
Definitely going to be watching that after this race today. Lap 34 or 39. Gap is now coming up to 22 seconds between the British guy and the Bear. If it does reach around about 25 to 26 seconds for British guy on lap 37, then I think British guy does have a pretty good chance to go for fastest lap if he wants to.
So, I'm not sure how Tim has lost 12 seconds to the run after getting overtaken. He still have damage of some sort because he's keeping Duran behind for lap after lap after lap. And while Tim did lose his car, I don't think he had damage, but now he's being challenged by Donkey Kong as well as Matt G, who are on very, very fresh soft tires.
Oh, we had a bit of contact. As the Bear has actually now got a 3-second tyre penalty, but again, if British guy wants to go for fastest lap, he would not want to be stuck behind the Bear.
Well, now he can afford to get stuck behind Bear and still win the race if he can keep it clean. But Matt G has overtaken Donkey Kong, and yeah, Donkey Kong I think lost it at the Novel chicane, and Matt G now on the back of Tim, who is going really slowly here. His exits are still good as always, but I think he is nursing some damage. As Matt G is not even turning off his ERS in the corners, and will he go for a dive bomb here? Oh, he almost does.
He's hit the back. He's hit the. Oh dear. He's put. Oh dear.
It has
both
so
Tim and Maggi have both made contact. Maggi has hit the back of Tim, and they both come off worse. That's very unfortunate there for both of them.
So that's the thing about Monaco, and especially the first corner. Unless the car is defending on the inside, you just can't make a move around the outside because there is a wall sticking out. If you remember, before the apex of the first turn, so the gap is kind of narrowing as you approach the corner. So unless you're absolutely sure that you will be given a car's width, you can't go around the outside. That's what I think Matthew tried to do, and he realized that a little bit too late. That
I think by the looks of it, I think Donkey Kong's got caught up and all of that as well, because he's actually got thermic damage as well. So Donkey Kong,
is he coming into the pits? No,
he's going to stay out.
There's no point, I think, from now. Matt G is into the pits. He has lost his wing completely. So that's after this contact, because I don't think he had wing damage.
Tim decides to stay out as well, as British guy comes to lap in for the second time, I believe, in this Grand Prix. The gap between him, British guy, and the Bear is now 27 seconds.
Well, his time is running out for British guy if he does want to go for the fastest lap, but I think
the only chance he has now is this lap. If he wants to go for fastest lap now, it has to be this lap.
Yeah, but I think he's going to stay out. He's fine with it. Let's actually see who has the fastest lap right now.
I think it might be still Scooter Clem.
Yeah, it's Scooter Clem with a 12.1, and I think British guy can definitely steal that away.
Yeah,
but
definitely. The way British guys' pace has
that.
been, the way British guys' pace has been today, he could definitely get that fastest lap. The gap is now 28.8 seconds.
And anyway, he's behind the lap car right now, so if he pits, he might get some clean air as well. And that might just help him to...
Now that is definitely a big enough gap between him and the bear if he wants to go for the fastest lap. Will he come in? No, he's not. He's not. He doesn't want to go for the fastest lap.
Yeah, so that's it. British guy, I don't think he's gonna... If he pits now? No, yeah, he can't get the fastest lap now.
He won't be able to.
Let's see if the fuel does it. I think a few has gotten past.
Bakeroid, he could go for it. He's on 32 lap old hard tyres. He's been on these hard tyres the whole race. But then saying that, it's 8 seconds between him and...
So, I think everyone from P7 onwards is a lap down. So, it's the second last lap for everyone. So, I don't think anyone can now go
saying
for
that,
the
Matt
fastest
G
lap.
can actually go for the fastest lap. He's on 1 lap old soft tyres. So, he could go for the fastest lap and nobody can not score that extra point. Because obviously, Matt G is outside the top 10.
Yeah, that would be a Sergio Perez thing to do. But...
Yeah, it would be, yeah.
That. A British guy, what a drive from him. 30 seconds is the gap.
Yeah. From coming off...
We don't see this often, do we? Even if it's Monaco, we don't see this.
No.
People winning by half a second, that's crazy.
30.6. Who you wasn't expecting that, especially the way British guys' results have been the last 2 races. A DNF in Bahrain, DNF in Spain, and now about to win the Monaco Grand Prix. From going from 0 points to 25 points is just incredible for a person, for British guy, and it's going to be his first ever SFR win as well. Obviously, he's got Sector 2 and Sector 3 to go for British guy before he can claim that first win.
Has he caught up to Cafu? I think he has.
Yeah, he has.
And I think Cafu is gonna get lapped as well, maybe. I'm not sure, but yeah. So everyone from P7 onwards is lapped right now.
Yeah.
And it could be P6 if Cafu wants to just
It's
not
up to,
do one more lap
really,
on the circuit.
It's really up to Cafu. Really up to Cafu, really, if he wants to do another lap or not.
But I think he does. He's just. It's getting close, but I think Cafu wants to do that one more lap. Does he have it in store to get fastest lap? I'm not sure.
Here we go then. British guy is going to win the Monaco Grand Prix. British guy, his first ever win. Liverpool FC Pro. Luke, whoever you want to call him, has won his first ever SFR Grand Prix. How about
31 seconds. 32 make it. Maybe even 33 by the time Bear crosses the line.
So, second place will be the Bear. Also, the Bear will take that result. Obviously, his main championship rival at this stage is Lewis, and he is ahead of Lewis, so he'll definitely take that today for the Bear. Gizlodian will come P3 with Lewis 1.4 seconds behind him, but of course, Lewis
pretty
is
sure
on
this is
Gizlodian's
first podium of the season.
I believe it is. For British guy, yes, because he hasn't even scored any points at the moment. So Gizlodian, P3, Lewis, and P4, and we're waiting on Scooter Clem and a few to finish.
Oh, Scooter Clem has ran out of fuel, I think. Look at his car, I think he's ran out of fuel.
Let's put a telemetry on. Oh, Scooter Clem. He has. He's run out of fuel.
I think he's lost a position as well to the fuel there. What did I just see? I think he has run out of fuel at the end, and that has cost him a position.
Wow. So that Monaco Grand Prix. There you go. Ferrari's first ever points in GP5 as well, and to get that win as well for them will give them a massive boost going into Baku next week. You could beat me. Do you want to do the honours of inviting these top 3 to the party?
On it.
As I go through the results. So here we are then. Your winner of the Monaco Grand Prix is SFR British Guy. The Bear will come over in second, Gizlodian in fourth, Gizlodian third, sorry, Lewis in fourth, Cafu in fifth, Scooter Clem in sixth, Bakeroid seventh, Pedor in eighth, Donkey Kong in ninth, Forever 24 JG in 10th, or Tim as you want to call him, Maggi in 11th, and your non-finishers were Fanny Lion, The Vicious, and The Landlord. I love that name, The Landlord. It's like the landlord of the division, or the landlord of something.
We do pay rent to him.
So, just waiting on these guys to join the party now, if they want to.
I've added Gizlodian as well as British Guy. We'll just add the Bear and we are good to go.
Okay.
I don't think either of them have joined the party just yet.
Oliver Smith says, I'm so proud of him. I'm guessing he is on about SFR British Guy, of course.
Hey guys, good evening.
Yeah, here's
Good evening, Gizlodian.
First podium.
I'm so happy.
We'll speak to you in a second, Gizlodian.
Perfect. Yeah.
While we wait the other two to join if they want to, of course.
Okay. Yeah, Lewis also first podium, I think. First win.
Think so. For Luke, yeah, it's Luke's ever first win.
Yeah. Wow. He must be shouting.
Yeah.
So Andy is asking how does he join? Is that the Bear or is there someone else?
I think it's the Bear. How do I join?
Andy is the Bear, yeah. Andy is the Bear.
The Bear, you should have got an invitation to join the party.
Yeah.
Yeah. How was the race to watch, guys?
Yeah, obviously it's Monaco, so there's not much action of overtaking and
No.
that, but there was a lot of mistakes. Let's say that.
Yeah, and honestly, we had a battle, at least one battle throughout the race, so that was good to see. It wasn't
Okay.
a lull moment ever.
So-
But yeah, the Bear is in, so
There's the Bear.
Hey,
So,
mate.
I think we're still waiting on Luke,
British, yeah,
but-
Luke.
You want to start with?
But yeah,
Gizlodian,
we'll
maybe?
start with Gizlodian. So, Gizlodian,
Yes.
yeah, just tell us how your race was. Really?
Wow. Yeah, it was. I'm very happy, of course, with my ever first podium here in SFR. Yeah, and like we said up front, Monaco is trying to stay out of trouble, keeping your nose clean, and that's what I managed to do today. Strategy worked out fine. So yeah, that's how I got the podium. I think my lap times were pretty consistent. I have to look back, but I think they were. Yeah, and that was the main thing. I had a bit of a lonely race, not many fights. Lewis was in front of me, and then he got damage, and he was closing in on me at the end, but he had an 11-second time penalty, so I wasn't very worried about that. So yeah, very happy, and congrats to the Bear and Lewis, guys, on your podiums and your first ever win, mate. Lewis, can you hear me or?
Hello.
There he is.
There he is.
Hello.
Hi, congrats, mates, for your
Thank
first
you.
win.
Thank you.
Luke it is, sorry, Luke.
Yeah.
Wow,
Thank you.
you must feel happy.
Yes.
So, Gizlodian, on to your next race in Baku, of course. What are your expectations for Baku then?
Well, Baku, it's again a street race. I have to see. It's not my favorite track, but again, if you can stay out of trouble, a lot of things can happen. So yeah, just have to wait a little bit. How do you say it in English? Careful with my expectations, let's say.
Yeah. You can beat me. Got any questions for Gizlodian or?
No, first of all, congratulations, ex-teammate for me. So this is a very, very special moment.
Yeah, thanks,
he has
mate.
come a long way since season 7, I think, where we were teammates for at least half the season before I moved to reserve. So flawless race from you, Gislodian. You capitalized on others' mistakes and, as you said, kept your nose clean, which got you your podium. So congratulations once again, and all the best for Baku.
Thank you, mate. Yeah, was nice being your teammate. Thanks.
And on to our second place finisher. As I'm trying to get rid of this. Our second place finisher, which of course was the Bear. The Bear. Hello, mate. How are you? How are you? And how was your race today? Yeah. And obviously, SFR British Guy's pace was a bit too strong for you today. Could you have done anything better to try and get that first place? Or, well, could you do anything to stop him today? And on to Baku. What are your expectations for Baku then? You can beat me. Any questions for the Bear or?
Yeah, just one about strategy. We were all expecting you to go long on your mediums and then pit for softs. So, and you did come in for hards, and probably that was, at least in our opinion, your only chance to take the race to British guys. So, just if you could just throw some light on your strategy. Right, and were you thinking about going for the fastest lap later on when you had enough of a gap to Gislodian in P3? Alright, cheers, best. All the best for Baku, and congratulations once again.
Thank you.
And on to our winner today, Luke. How are you feeling?
Very happy. Thank you. I was, it's very nervous.
And just tell us how your race was today.
It was very good. Was expecting to get Lewis off the start. I was quite nervous throughout most of the race, just thinking just don't crash in any of the corners.
And expectations for Baku. Obviously, now you've got the win, your first ever points for season 9 as well, and for Ferrari. What are your expectations for Baku now?
Baku is another hard track to do, but I'd probably expect to get around a top 5 best. So I have to concentrate on getting around that area.
You can beat me. Any questions for Luke?
Well, more or less the same one which I had for Bear. Fastest lap, did you think about going for it, especially after Bear got a 3-second time penalty? Because then you had enough of a gap, and even if you were stuck behind the Bear, you would have still gotten the win.
Yeah. I don't know what to
Alright.
say, really.
That wasn't clear at all.
I don't know.
Either ways, congratulations on your win, your first win, and enjoy the GP4 wet race.
Thank you.
Yeah, obviously. So we will be stopping here now. We'll be back again next week for the Baku Grand Prix. Obviously, at the moment we are live with the GP4 race. That is currently a dry quali and a wet race, as Capricorn says. So if you want to head to that GP4 race now, you are more than welcome to. We'll be back next week for GP5. So we'll see you soon. And yeah, good evening, good night, wherever you are. Just bye bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Bye bye.